Hello and welcome to the table. Today's reading is for Pisces for December 2022. I have pre-shuffled the cards, but I will shuffle them again. We're approaching Christmas, busy time for everyone. I hope you're getting things organised, Pisces. The flowers today are freshly picked from my garden. I hope you enjoy them. And the crystals have all been in their salt bath and are all clean. Okay, the first one that wants to come out, I'll pop that over there. I'm an intuitive reader. I read in real time. I use a 10-card spread with 5 cards along the top row, 5 cards along the bottom row. Oh dear, one thing about fresh flowers, they bring in all sorts of bugs. I talk about the cards as I lay out the first couple of rows, and then I overlay those with a second deck and I talk about those cards as well. Okay, first card out, Temperance, upright, 2 of Cups in reverse, 2 of Swords in reverse, Queen of Wands upright, Ace of Pentacles upright, bottom row, Page of Cups upright, the Moon in reverse, Temperance in reverse, 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Now, usually I would show you the bottom of the deck. Since that one's fallen out, I will leave that there, but I'll still show you the bottom of the deck. There you go. And now I'll take a look. Okay, Queen of Swords. So I'll put her over here too. All right, so Temperance is usually about healing or finding balance. First card out of the deck. Two of Cups. Falling in love. Being in love. Can be a partnership. I'm feeling very much it's love in this case. 2 of Swords. A difficult decision. Queen of Wands. Highly creative, highly fertile. Can take action. Knows what she wants. Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity. So this is a lovely card to have in your top line. Beautiful ending. Queen of Wands is a lovely energy as well. You've got 3 beautiful cards here right at the top. Temperance, Queen of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles are lovely, lovely cards. Page of Cups. Dreaming of love. This is a bit of a dreamy energy. Thinking about love, romantic love. The Moon in reverse. So the Moon is perhaps a little bit of illusion. You know, wishful thinking again. That sort of, it can be a very dreamy quality. Under the 2 of Cups, I'm thinking that perhaps you thought you were in love. Perhaps you thought you were in love. And it's turned out to be not quite right. That's what I could be thinking here with these 3 cards. Temperance is finding the balance. We'll keep looking. The Empress, a beautiful card, a very, very creative, loving, gentle and kind energy, a homemaker, loving wife, somebody, and when I'm talking here, female and male, it's about the energy, okay? It's not necessarily about a male or a female. It can be reversed. But the energy of this card in particular is a very gentle, kind and loving energy. In reverse. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. 9 of Pentacles is more of a mature woman. She's worked hard to get what she's achieved. She's confident. She's creative. She has a lot of self-respect. Here we go. 6 of Pentacles talks about having sufficient money to share. enough money to have a little bit left over. Looks like that's in reverse, so perhaps you've had some money worries. I'll talk about these cards towards the end. I'll overlay these now with another deck of cards. It always gives me extra clarity and brings out the areas that need to be brought forward. Okay, we do Temperance first. Oh, the World. Okay. The beautiful energy. This is usually a happy energy, a completion of a cycle. It's usually not an unhappy energy, particularly in the upright position. It's usually very much a very positive card to have on the table. We'll have a look at the Two of Cups in reverse. This, to me, in this particular reading, this feels like a little bit of a heartbreak. Maybe there was some, it looks like a relationship that perhaps didn't last very long. It started off, it looks like a short-term relationship that's gone wrong. Perhaps fell in love, all wishy-washy and dreamy and lovely and romantic, but perhaps that's not been quite the case. Particularly with the moon below, I'm perhaps thinking that this was more of a maybe a one-sided romance, somebody that you were perhaps more in love with the person than they were with you, or the other way around. That's that feeling I'm getting, that it's a short-term relationship, having fallen in love or thought it was love, and maybe it's you no longer feel that way. So we'll clarify the Two of Cups. In reverse. Okay, Princess of Cups. This is exactly the same here as the Page of Cups. So these are both the same cards, but different cards. This is a dreamy kind of a love. Okay, very much a sort of a dreaming about love, a romantic version of love that is not the kind of love that lasts a distance. And it's got a very youthful energy to it, so it's that new love, that lovely feeling of new love when you first meet someone, but it doesn't last the distance if that's the only thing it's got going for it. Okay, we'll clarify the Two of Swords. Looks like you've made a difficult decision or had to make a difficult decision. Again, it's got the moon on it, so you've got two close to one another with the moon. This bottom row often accentuates what's above. It helps to accentuate the energy on the top row. And because you've got the moon very close, it feels to me like this lovey-dovey stuff, this new love that you found was perhaps more of an illusion than the real thing. But still, look, it still makes you feel sad when it breaks apart, because, love is always a very hopeful energy. A very, very hopeful energy. It makes your heart feel full of joy. Can we clarify the Two of Swords in reverse? There we go. Okay. And we've got the Devil in reverse. Now, the Devil talks about enslavement and things that can tie you back, hold you back. So perhaps, if and I'm trying to tie it in here, maybe it's a bit too early to tie it in, but maybe with this dreamy quality of love that's in here, perhaps you're very much chained up to a romantic energy rather than a real energy of love. The sweet tender talk and the loving gentle tender kisses and cuddles that happen in the beginning. It doesn't always stay that way. I'm not quite sure about this one, but it looks like a difficult decision, and we've got the Devil in reverse. So maybe you've had to cut the ties. Maybe this person was toxic to you. We'll have a look. We'll clarify a bit further. Queen of Wands. So this person's highly fertile and highly creative. If it's a sexual energy, it's somebody with a strong sexual energy. So we'll have a look what that's got to do with it. Maybe it's got nothing to do with it. Let's have a look. We'll clarify the Queen of Wands, please. Okay, Prince of Wands. Okay, this is again a rushing romance kind of energy, very rushing sexual energy. So somebody with a very strong sexual energy or very creative energy, very passionate, but rushes in and walks away. Okay, can we clarify the Ace of Pentacles, please? This is a new opportunity. As you can see, the energy on this feels crisp and clean. There's an arbour in the background there with the flowers. Again, the energy through that arbour feels very clean and pure and lovely. It feels really nice. So hopefully that's giving you some encouragement. It's very nice energy. It comes out of the cosmos. If you've had a recent breakup with someone, you know, don't get completely down in the dumps. It does look like new energies and new opportunities are coming towards you. Okay, Nine of Wands. Okay, that's in reverse too. I'll show you that one. Nine of Wands. You know, that sort of feels like that is giving me the energy of being tired of receiving the wrong kind of energy, the wrong kind of emotional love. That's what I'm getting here. Always attracting the wrong kind of emotional attachments, perhaps sexual attachments rather than emotional attachments. Perhaps you're looking for real romance and the kind of person you're attracting is more interested in sex. That could be the case. Can we clarify the Page of Cups, please? Oops, there we go. Queen of Pentacles. You can see this Queen of Pentacles is very bountiful. It's came out in reverse. She's very focused on her money and her well-being in the world. Again, you know, male and female energy, you can change that across to suit yourself. Can we clarify the Moon, please? Clarify the Moon. And with this one, I feel that there's been some sort of heartbreak. You know, a bit of crying in the night, perhaps, that sort of feeling. That's the feeling I'm getting from that card today. That's not always the meaning of that card, but that's what I'm feeling on the card today. Some disappointment, some heartbreak, some real sadness. Okay, the Hermit. In reverse. So this feeling of you wanting to withdraw from the world, perhaps. Needing some quiet time to heal. We can clarify the Empress, please. This is a very loving and beautiful card. This would be the sort of person you'd want for a long-term relationship. I don't know really why she's in reverse. Perhaps this is the one you've lost. This is the energy you've lost. Or this is what you were hoping for. Let's clarify the Empress, please, in reverse. Okay, the Fool. So this is needing to start a new journey. Look again. Keep going. Don't feel put off, you know. There are lots of people out there on the planet. There's got to be somebody for you. Don't ever feel that you're not going to find the right person. Eventually you will. Okay, let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles. High Priestess. This is maybe a card of you needing to go inside yourself and think about your values and think about what's really important to you. What is it you really want? Because, you know, maybe you're sending out mixed messages of energy. And that can be difficult. You know, if you're sending out messages of romance that somebody's interpreting as a sexual energy, then you need to reevaluate what messages are you sending out to the cosmos, because you could be attracting the wrong person because you're sending out the wrong kind of energy. Let's clarify the Six of Pentacles, please. Six of Pentacles. Okay, the Chariot, so very fast-moving energy, something coming in. All right, and we'll have a look at the bottom of the deck. I'll show you first. Six of Wands, okay. The Six of Wands is a victory card. Okay, so I'll have a little bit of a look at the end of this. These are sort of some of the overall energies that have wanted to join into the reading. So we've got the Four of Wands in reverse. So that can often be about marriages and partnerships. Marriages and partnerships. Looks like that's not the case here. So tying the knot, so to speak, not in this instance. This card is talking about clear thinking, taking some time to be a bit analytical, to pull back a bit, go into a place, and again, this sort of energy here, do some clear thinking, reflect, put yourself up into the clouds, up into a space all by yourself for a little while, have a little bit of a think. You've got Six of Wands here, so it is telling me that you'll sort it out. I think you'll be fine. So my overall impression is here that, I'll talk about these in a minute because they're the odd ones out. So that's healing and the world. So it looks like a completion of a cycle that you've just completed a cycle to me. But this here looks like new romance and very, very sort of a youthful romance. So a romance that perhaps started and didn't last very long. Looks like it was something that fell apart reasonably quickly, or you had to make a decision. Perhaps you discovered that there was some sort of attachment to this romance. But it looks like somebody's decided to finish this romance, and you've left with this feeling of like being blue and on your own again. On my own again is that feeling that I'm getting here. I'm on my own again. But you're better off being on your own than being stuck in a relationship that is not serving you well. Okay, a relationship that does not feed you or does not generate joy in you, and that doesn't give you peace and relaxation and harmony within yourself, or doesn't make you feel proud about yourself, who makes you feel like you're doing the wrong thing, that's not the relationship for you. And then you are wise to cut the relationship. Okay, if you're looking for this perfect person, the one you want to spend your life with, the one you really want to love and pour your affections into, well, you may need to wait. You may need to start that new journey. Okay? Here, to me, I'm getting the energy of something highly fertile and creative. And this is also considered a passionate sort of a person here. So it looks to me that you're like, I've met one of those kind of people again. Somebody who only wants me for sex. But a new opportunity is coming in, so don't despair. Look, you may have come to the end of this fast-moving, passionate energy. But I do think you need to take some time to go inside yourself and reflect. Okay. Now this woman, maybe you're lacking in confidence. This card to me is saying perhaps you're lacking in confidence. Maybe this whole business recently has made you feel maybe used. Maybe you feel used. Maybe you feel, you shouldn't necessarily feel used just because this energy has come in. Do you know what I mean? Somebody with a highly creative sexual energy sometimes is only interested in taking what they want. Don't let yourself feel used or abused, okay? Clear your thinking, gain your self-confidence again, go within yourself. You are, a situation that's where a romance has sort of tumbled you around, you do feel a little bit like a rock that's been through a tumbler. But, pick yourself up, do some clear thinking, okay? It doesn't always turn into families and happy times. Those kind of relationships don't come along every day either. And don't be in a rush, okay? Don't be in a rush. The rush card here is to me, again, this to me is in this instance only, and only in this reading. This card is suggesting that if you're in a rush, all you're going to invite onto your table is this highly creative sexual energy. And that'll be somebody who only wants sex, and they're not going to give you this long-term goal of marriage and commitment. So, when you're starting off a relationship, don't rush in. Take your time to decide and discern. Also use your discernment as to whether this person is just going to use you or whether they actually do want to offer you this long-term commitment. Okay, because this is more of a long-term commitment. So, and also she's a very confident person normally. Okay. But Six of Wands, I think you will achieve what you want. You just need to think about it. You need to think what energy you're putting out into the cosmos, because sometimes we're sending the wrong message. The sense that you're in a hurry, perhaps if you're in a hurry, then you will draw the wrong attention to yourself. I might clarify a couple of these cards. This is the lovely energy at the beginning here. And that doesn't seem to tie in very well. It looks like a romance gone wrong to me here. So I'm not quite sure why you've got Temperance in the World there, because that's a beautiful energy. It could be that you weren't well, or you were just recovering from a previous relationship. I'm not sure. I'll clarify that. Can we clarify Temperance and the World, please? Temperance and the World. Maybe you were hoping for the world, wishing for the world, dreaming of the world, having everything. It doesn't always come in that fast, but those cards are both in the upright position, so it's telling me something good is there. And that's it. Oh, this is in your recent past, the present, your near future, and these are the energies that came out to provide some extra information for us. Okay, here we go. Oh dear. It was the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So that's the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is always a good energy when it comes onto the deck. It's usually an energy of positive change. It's in reverse. But here again, as you can see, both of these cards, I'll turn them both upright. You can see a very circular energy, okay? Completion and moving on. So definitely you've got a cycle of completion here and moving on. But there could be some sort of a delay. I'm not quite sure what that's... Usually this is better times. Moving on to better times. And it's right at the beginning, before all this romance that goes, it seems to go wrong. I'm still not really sure what that means. Perhaps you've just been through a cycle of something else and you've just started again. Maybe just before we started this, you've wrapped up a cycle. I'm not sure, but it looked like you came out of that reasonably well. I might clarify, I might ask for another card for that one as well, just see if we can get any more information. This reading won't apply to everyone, of course. You do understand that, don't you, Pisces? If it doesn't apply to you, move on. Look for another tarot reader or come back another day and maybe we'll have the right reading for you. Okay, Two of Wands. So this is kind of like, for me, at the crossroads. It's usually a creative energy moving on, but to me it feels like some crossing point, some crossing point. So change, to me there's some sort of a change here. Definitely, like I'm getting definitely a change. So this is just in the recent past, you've changed. Something has changed. Something has completed, the wheel is turning and something's happened, you've changed, you've moved forward. But since you've moved forward, you've got this romance that's come in. But for some reason, I keep getting the idea that perhaps the signals that you're sending out is attracting the wrong person. Particularly because the devil card's here. If it wasn't with the devil card, I wouldn't necessarily say that. But this devil card has got some negative energy attached to it. But it does look like perhaps you've put up your boundaries, which is good, and you've sort of gone, well, no, this is not what I want. This is not what I want. Which is good. At least you know what you don't want. But it does look like it's a new beginning again. You've made up your mind what you don't want. And you've decided to go ahead and you're just going to keep going. Good on you. Good on you, Pisces. Keep going. Be confident, but what you need to do is gather your confidence. Whatever you do, gather your confidence. You've got no reason to doubt your self-respect or your self-worth, okay? Go within yourself. Look for all those beautiful qualities of the person that you really are, what you have to offer the world. And don't be in too much of a rush to get the things you want. If it's home and family you want, that's lovely, but don't be in a hurry. That you can't hurry these things. I think there's a song, You Can't Hurry Love, a very old song, but it kind of applies, because if you try to set up home and family with somebody that you barely know, you can be sure that the consequences won't necessarily be good. It'd be a very rare situation, whereas if you rushed into a permanent relationship with somebody you don't know very well, the chances are that it won't work. Not in the long term. It's better you get to know the person a little bit better. I think I might leave it there, Pisces. You've got some strong energy to, some good cards on the table. So I think, and it looks like to me you've made some sensible decisions. Just gain your self-confidence. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt anything about yourself, okay? Sometimes, sometimes a relationship with another person can leave you bruised and battered and sort of a little bit wounded. You need to actually go back inside and reassess your value without any attachment from this person being in your energy, just to be your whole self again, and to look at your whole self as though that person never existed and had never entered your life, and look at yourself again, and then you'll see that, this is a card of respect as well. Respect. Having respect for yourself. And I think, having respect for yourself, a bit of self-confidence, knowing your self-worth, then you can move forward. But you have got the victory card here, so, I think if you're not quite in that space yet of feeling that you've conquered the situation, you've got over this little sad phase, you soon will. Anyway, Pisces, I might leave it for there. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.